Hey, this is the Daily Overpass. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today I want to talk about incentivized reviews. Okay, so today I want to talk a bit about incentivized reviews. But first, if you don't mind, I'd like to ask you guys a favor if you have a few minutes. If you ever look at the description at the bottom of these videos, there's always a link here. Have a look at my screen. There's always a link here that says, if you're a fan of the Overpass Company, leave us a review on Google Maps. And if you leave a review, then it shows up. It helps us in the Google search rankings, and it's really helpful. Some of you guys have done it already, and I really appreciate it. And I'm not saying, so basically it opens up a Google Maps link here, and you can leave a review for the company. And I'm not saying that you should pretend that you're a client, because that would be dishonest. But you can just say that you like the videos or the content has helped you and everything like that. And really what we want to do is for people who are looking for app developers out there who are knowledgeable, that if they're doing a search in the local area, and it won't affect you guys if you're competing app developers, if they're looking for something in the local area, then it will help that Overpass knows what they're talking about, and we put content out all the time and everything like that. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. But let's move on. So because I wanted to stick with a theme of reviews, right? And I've been meaning to ask you guys that for ages, but you know, I hate to ask for things. So reviews. I had somebody left a comment a couple weeks ago on one of the videos where we talked about the remove ads functionality inside of apps, and they said that what they do is they'll remove ads if the person leaves a review. So they say, if you leave a review, then we'll remove ads, right? And this is something that I've noticed a lot of. I've noticed some apps do this, and I've had clients that have said this to me, because one of the things that is most important in terms of your apps and the rankings is the reviews. So I've had clients say, could we just say we'll give you something free if you leave a review? Because that would be, then they would leave a review and would go higher up in the rankings. But that is against the Google Play policies, right? The same way I can't say if you leave a review on Google for me, then I will give you something. I can't do that on an app either, because that makes it less, that impedes the integrity of the reviews. So have a look at the Google Play page over here. By the way, if you haven't gone through and read the Google Play developer policy, then it's always a good idea to do that, but it is so dry, and they make it very cartoony. It seems like they're always improving it, but it's still so dry going through. You can do this, you can't do that, and a lot of the times the language is just, it's vague, you know, like you know other people are doing it. But if you have a look at here, user ratings, reviews, and installs, you've got you know, an example of a common violation here. You know, love your feedback. You know, if for a limited time we'll get 10% discount if you leave a 5-star rating and everything like that. So, and this is something that we haven't done. I mean, at one point on EarSpy, when it was still called EarSpy on Android, we were doing unlock a feature. So if you liked it on Facebook or on Twitter, if you tweeted about it, or if you liked it, then we would give you an unlock code to unlock it. And I wasn't sure. Some people started complaining, saying that I was manipulating reviews there, but I wasn't. And in the end, we removed it anyway, because I think it was causing a bit of confusion, and it was just a headache, right? It didn't. I don't think it really helped spread. What we saw was a lot of people setting up Twitter accounts with no friends, no nothing, and so they could tweet about it, so they could unlock the feature, and it was counterproductive in the end. So. But this is something, so while you cannot incentivize a review, you can't say, I will give you something in exchange for the review. A few years ago, there was all these review exchange websites. You review my app, I'll review your app and everything like that, which was, again, I think a violation, even though they said it wasn't a violation. So they keep getting more strict about these kind of things, right? But what you can do is say, will you please leave a review? And like I talked about it before, you know, for a long time we had the common pop-up that was just a dialog box saying, do you like this app? Leave a review. But then in the end we found that wasn't really working, so we came up with a cartoon character that said, please, you know, this app needs reviews, please leave a review, and all this kind of stuff, and people would go and do it as long as you could provide the value. If you could provide the value and then you ask for the review, that's the ideal time. And if you're really smart about it, and I have not done this, then you would ask for the review after they're getting really good scores or after they're doing really well in the app. And when they're really at the most pleased with the app, that's at the point you ask for it, right? Because you don't want to get, I mean, you can't say, please leave a 5-star review and not leave a, I mean, you want to have honest reviews. And I honestly think so I've had some really bad reviews on Earspine, and the ranking has always been really well. And I think it's just having that dialogue, and I think having any reviews is better than having no reviews at all. I mean, now if you had all bad reviews, that would be bad. But I mean, having a few bad reviews, it's not going to sink you. So anyway, those are just my opinions for today. For those of you guys who are using incentivized review, oh, by the way, I have never heard of anybody getting their accounts banned for this reason, right? I'm not saying it hasn't happened, but I've never heard of it happening. So if you were somebody who's been banned for this reason, if you don't mind sharing that, I'd really like to find out. Or if this is something you've been able to use but get by, or is this something that's not policed, but one day they may crack down on it. I'd be really interested in that too. So anyway, that is it for today. I will talk to you guys again tomorrow.